Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Settlement Show with your host, Sean Brooks, the Realtor, aka the Real Estate Guy. And I want to thank you for joining me. We're gonna go over something that's been important to me to share with you guys, and that's historical interest rates. Since interest rates are a big topic, and I just wanted to reveal some things about it that's going to help guide you along and help you go through this process a little bit smoother once you hear this information that I have to share. Now on my screen is a site that I go to all the time when I'm checking mortgages, but normally I'm just indirectly checking with my lender, and just wanted to share this with you. All right, so I got on my screen the mortgage news daily. I go here daily basically since rates are fluctuating. But I just want to show you like what the rates are going. This is a uh national number. It can vary in your local areas. It could be up or down a little bit less on the consumer. They basically categorize two categories, but you're going to see a third as we go through this information. You're going to see a third. No, excuse me. I don't know where that came from. I apologize. But 11/16, that's today. The rate was 7.44%. Don't want to shock you, right? It's been hovering up there. Some people say high, some people late. They're going to say low, but I'm going to share with you um, the truth. All right. I'm going to share with you the truth here. Let's do this. Let's try to get back over to the rates. Oh, no. I apologize. Let's get back. We have it right here. It's right below me. I apologize. All right. So let's get this back over here. All right, we got it. Sorry for the technical difficulty. You're gonna find out I enjoy what I do because this was a passion, almost like a ministry to me. Um, all right, so let's start off. 1971. Do you see that right there, along where it has the years at? It says week from Monday, April 19th, 1971. All right, so the rate was 7.31. All right. So that's the beginning, I think, from what I know. I don't know rates were tracked before that, but that was the interest rate. So as you're going to see is as we go through this, as I go through this with you, you're going to see this chart go up, as you can see right now on the screen. Then it's going to go down. And I'm going to show you the truth. The truth is in the data. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to kind of dense this a little bit so you can stretch it out. You can see it here. All right. 1972. That was a great year. It's May 8th, actually. 7.38. And as you see, it goes up. It hits 8. So when they say it is at 8 or above 8, get shocked. We've been here before, except for we haven't been there. Everyone goes through this period in different stages. I wasn't around when this was happening. Some of you guys may not have been around. Some of you guys may not have been even thought of. He wasn't even created yet. So 8.83, 10.02. Woo! That I would think that's high. All right, but let's backtrack. Let me give you some history. Back then, this is 1974. Houses did not cost what they cost today. It was unheard of to hear a house cost 400,000. If it did, that's like a millionaire house. It was crazy. But typical houses, middle class houses, was about probably like 30-50%. I mean 50,000, 30 to 50,000. I've dug in the records and saw houses that's existing today that was sold back then for $30,000, 27,000. All right. All right. So 8.94. 9.8, 10. We're going 10, 1979 at the end of this decade. But watch what happens. Ooh, we're about to hit it. Watch what happens 1980. Just look at that. 1290, 1280. Look at this. 1980. 16.35. All right. Do you think if you saw that today, you would be done probably? Couldn't afford anything, most likely. 12.18. All right. 1980. All right. So let me move this. Let me move this over because we're going through this chart. Okay. Then it dipped. It dropped down. So take notice. This goes up and then it comes down. Then it goes up again. 14, 18.63. What year was this? 1981. There was some things going on in 81. In the 80s, Reagan was in office. Many things was going on. Things that we didn't even worry about as children. All right, then it goes down 11.94. Then it goes down back to 10.01. Do you think those folks that was at 18 was glad to see it go down to 10? I know I would have. And then look, it dipped back down 1987, 903, right? So 89, 9.78. Then it jumps back up. Notice is a trend. Like we're up there, 8, 9. All right. Now, this is where the chart changes. Changes slightly, right? 30-year fixed. And then it was introduced a 15-year fixed. They were not that far off, 8.49 and 8.7, right? So we've been here before in history as a country, not as a people. Some of us wasn't born. Then we dropped down here. What year is this? Let's take a look. 1993, 6.74. Okay. Then we went up. Then we went down. Then we go up. Then we go down. So let's do this. Let's stretch it out so you get to see. All right. Just look, it keeps going up and down, right? Up and down. All right. So I'm going to pause for a second and then we're going to continue. I'm going to teach you something. Some of you might know this and some may not know it. All right. But let me give you a little tip about buying a house, mortgages. I am very transparent. I'm very open. I'm very honest. This is not about selling. This is about educating and teaching. I thank God that all the people I've helped, they've never lost their house because I gave them some great tips, I would think, to try to help the person manage it and the way I go about it. To try to protect myself and protect anybody that basically, if you work with me, you're becoming family. I treat people like family. So with family, friends, you want to be there for the person, right? You want to give them the best information that can help them win. All right. So this question is always asked. When is a great time to buy a house? When you're ready, when you're financially in a position to, when you're mentally ready, right, to take on ownership. All right. I just want to put my contact information up for anybody that want to reach out to me. So let's go through this again. When you're mentally ready. So let's say you bought a house at 9, with the interest rates was 9.8%, 9.18%. All right, great. You got a house, you have interest, you think it's high. The perception of high and low is, discretionary. But let's say you bought it then. Great. You own an asset now. Fabulous move. If you can manage the payments, that's fine. If you can't manage the payments, then that's the wrong purchase price. You need to lower your purchase price. All right. Let me show you this so everyone can understand mortgages. If you bought here and then the rate drops to here, I think that's some great savings that you could get if you do something called refinancing. Refinancing is very simple. You go back to the lender, you say you want to refinance your mortgage to a lower interest rate. Okay. credit score good, everything is good, you can refinance. Make sure you keep up making your payments on time. As long as you're doing that, your credit score will go up. Now, I'm just giving you an example right there at that period of time. That was 1995. But let's continue to go through this chart. And now I'm gonna show you where you're being sold by the news. But the news is just a messenger. Someone else controls that message, and there's a reason why mortgage rates go up and down. Is done to control spending. All right. So look, it goes down 6.94. It goes down here to 6.64. What year is that? 1998. All right. So we're approaching the 2000s. 2000? We in the 2000? Yes. May of 22nd. It goes up. All right. It comes down. Are you getting the pattern yet? Goes up, goes down, right? Now I'm going to show you where you're being sold on something. So we're at 5.21. What year is this? 2003. All right. Back then, that was called, the news said that was low. I remembered this, right? Because the market was being flooded and everybody was buying houses. Everybody was buying houses. What they did back then, Wall Street got involved and, they relaxed all the requirements. So if you had a post, you got a mortgage. It's like going to Oprah. You get that. You get it, right? Everyone gets it. That's the way it was going down. So they gave it to everybody. All right. So then when you look at this chart, and this is just showing you mortgage interest rates, right? Then when you get here, 2005, we go right here, right? 2008. All right, 2007, it was a crash. What was the crash? From what they did back in 2003, 4, where they just gave everybody a mortgage and there were adjustable mortgages. Notice that this chart now introduced adjustable mortgages. Look at what year that was, 2005. I knew what those mortgages were. They're a perfect mortgage for an investor. In and out. I'm not going to keep that mortgage for 5 years. That's not the plan. The plan is to get this house fixed and sold less than a year, preferably less than 6 months. So many investors took that mortgage because it was a sweet product for that particular purpose. If you're going to live in a house long term, that was a bad mortgage. So the market crashed between 2007, 2008. 2011, 12, somewhere around there. It's the only time in history. Hasn't happened. Most likely will not happen again. America has a history of anytime a market crashes, it never happens again. They kind of get their stuff together. So look at this. We dipped down into the 4 underneath a 5, right? Look at the year, 2009. Look at this. We dipped deeper, 2010. Now I'm going to show you where we really dipped. All right, right here was the cusp of when it was going to dive down lower. We got below, we got closer to 3. All right, now take a look. This is when we're getting in underneath that 4 range, right? So just look, it dipped 3.35, right? What year is that? 2013. 2012, we got down to 3.4. Then it goes up, right? Still below 5, right? Still a great time as far as interest rates, right? And then let me see, what year is this? 2015. All right. Now, let's keep it up. 3.42, right? Then we go back up. All this is a great interest rate. It's great at that number. What year is this? 2017. So as you see, we've dipped into that category before, right? Now look, excuse me. What year is this? 2020, right? Things start to dive and get lower as we were approaching a very interesting time when they shut down the country. So this right here is about when we got to that 3 mark underneath a 3. 2021, right? And then if nobody, like a lot of people took advantage of this. A lot of people took advantage, right? But as you see, when you stretch this chart out, it has been going down since the houses have been going up, right? Because it's the only way this system going to work. But what happens, just for your record, so you understand, many people would say, I'm going to wait. I'm going to save money. All right. It's unfortunate. We all would think that way. I remember one time I thought that way until I understood financing and the chart and how this works. When the interest rates go down, the prices of the houses go up. So what you're trying to avoid is the interest or that monthly payment. But the monthly payment will be similar no matter what situation happens. Rates go up, this means you're paying more in interest. Rates go down, that means you're paying more on the cost of the house. So the trick is to buy what you can afford. Kind of ignore the interest rate. Buy what you can afford. So if a 300, 400, if a $400,000 house and you got a budget of 2,500 that fits, then perfect. You buy that as long as you can manage the payments. You can't manage the payments, that's a whole nother story. That just basically means this. It doesn't mean that you can't buy a house. It means you can't buy a house at that price point. When the interest rates go up, it causes your purchasing power to go down. All right. So in 2020, this was during pandemic errors, right? The pandemic era. We usually gonna call it the pandemic event because just look at that 2.65. That's a dream. That's a dream. What year is that? 2021. It's a dream. It's perfect time to buy. 3. Perfect time to buy. 2021. Right now, people did not seize this opportunity during this time, and then look what happened. It shot back up, and now it shot back up. Right, sevens doesn't mean that you can't buy a house. What it means is your purchase power. So the look of the house will change. Now, another way that you can that helps, and I'm gonna give you an example. I wanted to be in a certain development, and I'm a firm believer of sticking to your budget. So I went to that neighborhood. I negotiated a deal. The mortgage person circled the monthly payment, and that was out of my budget. Nothing I could do. I could look at a cheaper house. Thought about that in that neighborhood, but that was like the second from the first model. So it was one step up from the smallest model in that neighborhood. I could have took the smallest model, but what I know about real estate at the time was if I take the smaller model and I go to resell it, it's going to sell, but it's not going to sell like the bigger models, more attractive models. It's not going to sell like that. So I stuck to my guns and I left that development and I went to another development. So just look at this, right? The race is going to come back. It's predictions. 2024, it's going to start to come down. So it's nothing wrong with buying a house at any of these stages. When the mortgage interest rate goes down, you refinance. You can save money as far as interest. What you can't do is this. If this was the time period right here, let's look at the year 2018 that you bought your house and you got it for 350. Today, that house is not 350. It's more. So what would you have done if you bought it then? You've made yourself some money because the asset that you purchased is now worth more money than you purchased it for. To get out of your financing terms is simple. Refinance at a lower number, and this is very simple. What you do is you call up your lender and you ask them, what are the rates? And when the rates get down to a certain point, I want to refinance. It's like playing football. Clock is going down. Coach says, I want to take a timeout at this particular time. Take your time out. That's what you're doing with your mortgage. Now, here's another tip. When you do so, you refinance the same way that you bought the house. And after you put down the payment, put down your down payment, sign the paperwork, you didn't pay the next month, you paid the following month. Same thing happens with the refinance. All right. Now, do me a favor, share this with family, share this with friends. We got to teach. We got to share this information. We got to pass this information on so then we get familiar and get more educated about the process. I love to teach. I love to learn, teach, apply different strategies, share them with people. I just want to see you guys win. I just want to see people win. I want to see them understanding the way things work. I'm very transparent. I'm open, so you can call me. But like, share, comment. Let's get this information out to as many people as possible because the system wanted everyone to focus on the interest rate, and that's what everybody does. So, no, I'm not going to say that. Not everybody. I can tell you one class of people that don't is investors or individuals that make a considerable amount of money. They kind of understand to look at that price, lock that price in, control that part, and then take it from there. All right. So hopefully this information helps you. Hopefully this is something that can help you purchase and get through a decision. Right. But the way it works is this: if you wait until later to buy a house, I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna pause this for a second, and then I'm gonna put up another slide. All right, I had to pause it, right, because I had to find this image. So what happens when people say they're gonna wait, they're gonna save money, wait for the interest rates to go down? Let's look at this chart. All right, this chart has been shared amongst the mortgage and real estate community forever. If you buy today, we're using this as an example. You buy today, the sales price is 450,000. Your loan amount is 360. Estimated interest rates and APR 7.875. Right, that's more close to what the rates are more recently. All right, so your principal and interest payment is 2610. All right, now if you buy now and refinance later, just look at how much you save. 400 and some dollars a month, basically. 450, 360 is the same. The interest rate is 6.5, pretty much almost a whole point down, right? And principal and interest is 22.75. Now, if you buy later, take notice of what happened here. Look, 450, 450, and he's saying you controlled the price, right? You controlled the price. Interest rates dropped, price of the house went up. Now you're trying to enter the market, same house. Look, 1, 2, and a door. 1, 2, and a door. It's the same house, same square footage. Now it costs you more. It went up by 50,000. Okay, so now your loan amount is 400,000. Went up on you, right? Look at the interest rate, 6.5. Look at the interest rate here if you refinance, 6.5. Look at the difference in the payment, 25, 28, right? So take it from me. I've been doing this for years. And what I try to do is save people money. Because look, if you're telling me you can't afford this right here at this number, how are you going to afford it at this number? And that didn't change by much. So sorry about that. So, but you could afford it at this number, right? You could stand maybe to pay this a few months, but you can't go a whole year. So the rates go down, boom, there you go. If you can't afford this, then you need to lower your purchase price to make all these numbers better, right? All these numbers would be better because you refinance. So that's my tip. That's my tip of the day. Just wanted to share that with you. My contact information is to your right there at 302-285-9604. Hopefully, hopefully this has been helpful to you. But this right here has been consistent over the years. Over years. So interest rates fluctuate. I will also do a video for you guys if you don't like this national interest rate. Is another way that you could buy a house brand new. Interest rates could be lower. I'm going to save that one. I'm going to get that one done for you guys. All right. So again, share, like, comment, hit me up with questions, do all the good stuff. But I'm here for you as a resource. All right. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. But this information should help you.